And we have returned to the scene in which, to our session with only 2 players this time.
Hello.
At least for the moment. Hager and Shazith are here. Anyway, we drop back into the situation that you guys were in. We're in, Shazith, you'd been confronted by an individual who last time we had that entire chase sequence, and then you guys decided to duck into a bar on the edge of town beside the docks area, and you were confronted by an individual. Not really confronted, but more or less just questioned about your. Yeah, and then after they'd left, you were then confronted by another individual who you specifically recognized. And Hager, you were told by Shazith to just improvise and do what you normally do.
Don't believe.
No, you said
I said I'll improvise, that they should leave.
Oh, they started improvising. So you ducked back down into into the corner, like the pew of the bar over there.
The pew in the bar? Oh, man.
I
don't know in this bar.
I'm forgetting what they're called.
Heck yeah,
The booth in this bar.
Yeah.
As this individual walked directly up to Shazith, kind of standing in the doorway, looking in at Shazith, and he had just stated, "Heard you were looking for me." Now, upon looking up Shazith, you recognize the same hair color, the same similar face structure, this brown-haired, average height, male human, standing in what looks to be an updated attire, kind of like a your dress, but a little bit more armored and with long sleeves and such.
The fuck said I wore a dress?
No, you're wearing like wizard's robes, I believe, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it would be sort of like that. So we cut into there. What are you gonna do? This guy just approached you and basically said, "Heard you were looking for me."
That's true, and it seems you're the one that found me.
Indeed. Found a few of her scouts that you sent after me.
Sent after? No, just me and an old friend had an agreement. Here, take a seat, why don't you? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
As he very, very slowly moves toward you, he eventually gets over to you and sits next to you. So, what brings you here? Thought you hated this place.
Not hate. Hate's a strong word. Dislike is more like it.
I get that.
I actually came back for you.
You came back for me?
Yes.
After what happened?
Of course.
Why?
Why not? I've learned a lot on my travels.
I see that you have, and it seems that you've gotten yourself into a bit of an odd situation for our city. Did you know magic is illegal here now?
I'm sorry, that law was placed, as we both know, under special circumstance.
Indeed it was. And he's just kind of like looking at you. He's like giving you a deep stare.
I can't say I'm the one that exactly used the magic.
I mean, who's to say that I was the one doing all of this? No one has any proof.
No one has any proof that I used magic.
But
mainly because I know who did.
You are the focus of a citywide manhunt right now. There's a good bit of gold on your head now.
Part doesn't matter too much.
Well, not gonna dilly-dally. I suppose I understand your reasoning for being here. I doubt it's a social call.
You never know.
He will grab a mug, ask for a bit of water from the barkeep there. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
As he starts to look around, he does see the other farmer, and then not really farmer, the other dockhand that was sitting in the booth, and then the other two individuals. Are any of these people here your compatriots?
I know no one within the confines of this bar. Well, except for you, of course.
Yeah, I get that. So, you wanted me.
Mm-hmm.
I am here.
You are here. It's been a long day and this conversation is boring me.
Oh, so you drew me out.
Yeah, Clark.
It was hard finding you, but following the direction of the guard who you managed to piss off in some extraordinary way.
Oh, yes. Extremely.
Now, I must ask again, why did you call me out away from my business?
It's a very simple endeavor, friend. I just returned back to town. Why wouldn't I seek out someone who I used to know? Oh shit, is that adventure, bro? Let's go.
So, as he says this, as you say that, what exactly is your passive, your passive perception, Will?
So, yeah, 12.
12?
Jeez. It is 12.
Um, I don't know why I chose that music, it just does.
Oh, yes, this is an intense conversation, let me tell you.
It's a very intense
Very
conversation.
intense conversation.
As you say, you said,
Yeah?
see here. Why is it not there? I messed up my situation. Hold on. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Excuse me. Oh, this was one. 4. I'm curious.
4 total.
Yeah.
As you finish saying that, you feel your body completely tighten up and petrify, practically.
My rolls haven't been good this week.
As he starts to stand up, he's like, "Well, you did waste my time. It's good to see you, old friend. But I must leave now before you do anything too drastic. Hey, bartender, pour an ale for this man and leave it on his tab."
Stop.
As he gets up and starts walking out.
Okay, so is everything petrified?
You specifically are petrified, like you're paralyzed. So he gets up and he just walks out. Everyone from in front of the bar, as you're looking out the front door as it closes, everyone starts
Stop,
walking away.
because poison spray is a Yanti thing coming from the mouth. I was talking, my mouth would have been opened.
Yeah.
Can I cast poison spray?
I'll allow you to cast poison spray as he's starting to after he places the order and starts walking out.
Well, go ahead, roll save.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that what kind of save? A dex?
Con save.
Con? Okay.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bit late.
Shut up.
So he gets into the doorway, fails the con save, and what does poison spray do?
Okay, I'm rolling the damage. I'm rolling the damage first off.
Because when you were paralyzed, you would have been you would have had your mouth open. So I'll allow you to breathe out the poison spray.
6. He takes 6 poison damage.
Alrighty. So as he takes this damage, you are wait. Oh, is that just a save to hold concentration, or is this concentration broken?
It is a save to hold concentration if he's attacked.
What kind of save is that? There's no concentration save. I'm confused.
Hmm?
Is it a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Well,
Constitution. Typically make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on a spell.
okay. I don't understand what save DC that is, though. This literally, if it was just, hold on. Okay. So he passes the concentration save. Equal to 10. So you are still paralyzed, but you do 6 points of damage to him as he continues to walk out the door, and everyone starts to leave.
Cool.
Senza and Hager, you notice this guy get up and walk away. Shuts the door pretty quickly.
Does that mean I also saw that that Shazif just spat poison at this man?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. It's more of like a where you're sitting from. You wouldn't necessarily see the gas. It's more of a thing that you see it up close. You know,
take damage.
Yeah, you would see him like start having a coughing fit as he ran out like the front door in more of a hurry. The poison spray is whenever they breathe, since it's like Yanti poison spray. it would be more of an inhalant, sort of like if you see gas fumes, like petrol fumes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see this guy get up, walk away, start to close the door pretty quickly as he starts having like what you could assume to be a sickly coughing fit or something else. As he curses going out the door, and then you see Shazith just sort of sitting there with the bartender, kind of frozen in place.
I mean, he does that often enough. There's nothing suspicious about this. I'm just gonna keep sitting there, I guess.
After about, I'm gonna say about 45 seconds pass, Shazith, you gain your mobility back.
Oh boy. Me mobility.
And it's up to you what to do with this.
Up.
As the bartender's actively pouring you a drink now.
I'm going to go outside.
Did I say 45 minutes by accident?
You said seconds.
Okay, good. As you go outside, most of the roadway here is clear. It's just pitch darkness again.
I'm gonna fall after Shajif. Curious.
Enza,
With him.
I'm going with them. Okay, you guys all three step out into the dark, like the roadway, the main street.
And I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Detect magic.
Detect Magic.
Okay, fair enough. What is the range on that?
30 feet. In a sphere.
In a sphere. So a 30-foot diameter around you.
Yep.
As you do so, as you get out the door and cast this, you feel a faint bit of magical energy on down the street from you, and it's fading fast.
Okay, I want to start running in that direction since the concentration on Detect Magic is 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
You take off running in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Hager and Senza, you see Shazith just take off, like, bolting and down the roadway from the bar in the direction in which you came from the inn.
Okay.
Follow him. I don't see a reason why not to.
Yeah, I guess I'll also follow him.
Okay. Okay, so.
Yep.
You guys take off pretty much following behind Shazith as he bolts down going further into the city. You have to go through an alleyway and then back out onto another main street where you see a group of people in front of you crossing a large street.
Is it coming from them?
Yeah.
Alright.
There are 4 people standing sort of in like a square formation.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 people walking quickly across the street as it quickly fades, the magical energy fades from your sense
Mm-hmm.
as they get across the street, and then the other 4 kind of stay behind and pretty much start to patrol that area, and they like look around, make sure no one's being followed.
Okay, so it's clear I have to stay with that group. Do I see the other 2 behind me?
Do you see Hager and Senza behind
That's
you?
on that team?
They would be right behind you running, so you'd probably know that they're there.
Okay. With that, I'm going to try stealth.
Alrighty. I need you to roll stealth.
14 altogether.
14 altogether.
Yep.
So you managed to make it past the two that were the two in the original alleyway. I don't know what Hager and Senza are doing. They didn't describe anything. So, are you guys following?
I'm gonna keep my distance, sort of see what Shazith's doing to see what, get an idea of what I need to be doing here. Because I don't exactly know the situation here, so I'm just gonna sort of observe what he's doing.
Okay. Hager?
Hager with cool confidence just walks.
Shazith, given, okay, hold on. You managed to successfully stealth by all of these people as Hager walks out, and one of the guys who was standing like right outside the alleyway that you guys were following this group through, it's like a dwarven man's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Looks up at Hager. You following us?
Hager not really know how he got here.
How
I just keep going past as he does this.
do you happen to be under the influence, sir?
I was at bar recently.
It just I can believe that. Just stay safe out there. There's some fugitives on the run, and we're just trying to keep a lookout.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
As we get back to Shazith following this group now of 2 people.
Yeah.
Once you cross the street, the feeling does get into range. Like you feel it faintly from around like a small corner.
I'm going to carefully peer through the corner.
As you're stealthily doing this, you peer around the corner, and you see your 2 queries and targets that you're following. Walk out onto a street and then climb into what looks to be a carriage.
Okay.
And this is one of like the more luxurious round carriages that rich people would hire out, and the Dark Ages limo, I should say.
Right. So as they hop in, I'm going to walk out into the street, look around the way. Is there any like coach drivers or?
There are 2 people on the top.
On the
Just
top?
2 silhouettes on the where they're driving.
Okay.
And
More so talking about any other wagons in the area.
For that, I would have you roll perception to see if there's anything collateral damage wise.
Am I able to see the wagon from where I'm at?
No, you're back in the alleyway behind Hager.
That was so close to being a 15. It is a 7.
Okay. You don't see anything specifically like around anything like that around.
Okay, no wagons, no carts.
Nope.
Okay, well in that case I'll just follow it on foot to the best of my ability.
Okay. As you start walking slowly out to keep your eyes on this coach, the person who has the reins kind of whips the reins and takes the horses off running. As that happens, you follow them out as you come out of the alleyway onto the street, and for a certain
I remember cast suggestion on the coach driver.
Okay. Is that a touch spell?
Let's see. I don't believe it. No, it's 30 feet. If I'm within 30 feet of them, they can be used.
Okay. Let's see here. Alrighty. What are you suggesting?
Well, first roll a wisdom save, and then I'll suggest. Is a save.
Okay. Now they have to be able to hear and understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you have to yell it.
Then, yeah, I'll still go through with it.
Okay. Nat 1.
Okay, stop the carriage. There's one more who wishes to get on.
As you yell that out, the carriage quickly comes to a halt as the horses are reined. Like, it's at the end of this very, very large street. The horses quickly come to a halt, and the wagon just kind of skids across the cobbled road. Alright, someone else. The coach driver kind of looks back toward you.
I sneak my.
As
Look,
it comes to a stop, one of the doors open. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? The familiar query that you were just talking to earlier, this character that you had met in the bar, starts yelling at the coach driver.
Stealthily getting closer to the carriage.
You don't know where this carriage is.
I thought it was following Shazif.
No, you were with Hager.
Oh.
You stayed back behind as Shazith went on.
Okay. With that, as he steps out, I'm going to cast Shatter on him. 3rd level.
What's that do?
Okay. So, Shatter. A sudden loud noise painfully intense erupts from the point of your choice in range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Each creature within a 10-foot radius?
10-foot radius.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so with that, 2 horses get an 8 and a 14.
Okay. Fail.
2 coach drivers, one gets an 11 and one gets a 13.
Fail.
And for the one person standing out, the one person who starts yelling, they got a 16.
Okay, that one barely passes.
And the one that started yelling at the coach driver, and the other one got a nat 20.
All con saves?
Yep.
Alright. So, any who failed takes 14 damage.
Okay.
And then half of 14 on the successful ones.
7 damage. Let's make sure.
And as my secondary thing, I'm going to cast Sleet Storm.
Alright.
So, we're all familiar with Sleet Storm.
You watch as these horses pretty much buckle over. These horses buckle over. I don't know how this spell actually works, so.
Oh, it's a loud, painful ringing.
Yeah, they fall over dead. One of the carriage drivers, actually both of the carriage drivers, both failed. They both also buckle over dead. So yeah, and as this ringing occurs, it causes the person who was hanging out the side to sort of fall out as this sleep storm appears, starts raining down ice and such. And now he will make 18 to pass the dexterity save on the sleep storm.
Yep, that works.
Alrighty. Okay. as this person starts to panic, they manage to stay standing as the sleep storm now has practically taken over all of their vision and the ability to walk gracefully.
Yeah.
This I would say that you can't really see into what's going on due to the effect on the vision. So yeah, let's see. What does a 15 pass the dexterity check?
No, 15 does not.
Okay. You hear after another about 5 seconds, a loud thud, and a woman yelling, "Ow! Come on!"
And then for a final display, I'm going to cast Fireball in the direction I know the carriage was. Where that person standing out was.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Fireball's not rolled to hit, it's a dex save.
Fireball? Oh yeah, I thought you said firebolt. Sorry.
Oh, ball. And that will be all my slots, but still, woo!
Nat 2, 12. So
I'm gonna take.
nat 2 and 12. So you do the damage.
Okay.
What level is the
Third.
fireball? 3. Oh, duh.
Yeah, we haven't leveled up. 26 damage.
26 damage.
Nope, 26 plus that 14 plus the damage I did to him with the poison spray.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Alrighty. You see, you extend your hand or whatever you do. You cast this large ball of fire directly at where you saw the
Like the character.
wait, hold on. The sleep storm negated the fireball before.
It would, but sleep is concentration.
Wait, so did you just take the concentration off and then cast the fireball?
Yep,
Okay.
I've done that for every single spell so far. Where I just remove concentration to cast the spell fully.
Alrighty, so you did that, and as the sleep storm goes away, you see on pretty much starting to run away. The fireball lands, blasts the person who you were talking to earlier, throws them like a ragdoll across the road.
Yep.
The person who had just stumbled out and fallen. Let's see. Extremely singed. And the carriage is now up in like a large ball of flames.
Would we have heard the explosion?
Yes, at this point you would have heard it.
Okay, I'm going to
put it
go to
on
where
the-
the explosion is, because obviously that's
Well,
probably priority numero uno.
as all the guards who Hager had talked to, as you're starting to... Hager, I don't know exactly what you were doing around this time. I would say that you're just kind of still there, waiting for Jazith or something.
For prosperity's sake, let's just say I was chatting it up with the guards.
Yeah. And you guys hear this large explosion as all the guards who were there with you now take off running toward this explosion as well. One of them takes the charge, kind of turns around to you guys, and he's like, "Leave, come on, there's another attack happening."
Alright, so I'm going to cast Hold Person on the one I was talking to at the bar. Of course, if he's still alive.
He's laying on the ground.
Yep, casting Hold Person.
He's still laying on the ground, not moving.
Okay, good.
The person, the person who had fallen out of the carriage and been singed heavily kind of stands up. You As she starts to draw a dagger, her hood falls off, and you see bright, glaring red eyes and dark, kind of gray skin.
Shatter.
That would be. Hold on a minute. I would say, yeah, you get surprised on that one.
Yeah.
A 7.
Whoever fell, she takes 19.
She falls over. As you guys who are running toward the explosion now come to this large bonfire scene, the guards, these people who are following this group, are now, as I've been calling them guards, now rush around to the other side of the carriage. They start running. They see you guys manage to see Shazith standing further away. Would this ringing still be happening as they got there?
No.
Or would you quit it as soon as she started falling over?
As soon as she started falling over, it stopped.
Okay. The guards rush around.
What should we do? I'm just gonna sort of whisper that to him.
You're out of... are you saying that to Hager?
I
Yeah.
thought so.
Okay. Hager?
Out of character, real quick. Why the fuck would I know?
Well, she's asking you.
Yeah.
It's like she
If
can
anyone
ask
should be
you.
coming up with something, it should be you. You have higher intelligence than me.
That's fair.
Man.
As you're deciding this, these guards get around to the other side. They start picking up the bodies of these two who are... Well, they don't really pick them up. They start inspecting it, and then one of them notices the person standing in the middle of the street behind the carriage.
As I start to walk off.
Hey, stop!
Huh?
Stop right there. As one of them raises a hand crossbow and points it at you. Well, the one who is confronting you, the one who is stopping you, raises his hand crossbow and points it at you.
Just settle down.
Well, you're a danger. I'm not going to settle down. And he immediately shoots the crossbow bolt at you.
Okay.
17 to hit.
17 hit, yeah. That is.
4 damage, piercing.
Oh,
Now,
yeah. Without
I
trying to decide who actually did it, he comes and shoots me. Amazing.
I mean, you're the only person standing in this street specifically.
I thought there was other people around.
No!
Oh.
It's dark!
And? Gonna stop these guys.
They know it wasn't Hager and Senza.
Let's stop the carriage from moving.
Ah! Sorry, I dropped my dice.
Okay, well, he shot me, so he's gonna get shattered.
Okay.
And I can claim self-defense on that one.
Before that, everyone, I need you to roll initiative.
Yep.
Okay. What is your initiative?
Well, I already cast shattered before you said roll initiative, but mine's 11.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go ahead and do the shatter thing for him. It's an 8.
8 fail, he takes 15 damage.
Okay. Okay. Now roll initiative. What is your initiative?
11.
11?
Mhm.
Okay, let me write the... That's the initiative right now.
Okay.
As he shoots at you and you do the spell against him.
Which is anyone within 10 feet of him?
It would mostly just be you and him because he approached you.
Range 60 feet, 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah. You see this exchange happening, Hager and Senza. Now, as the guy who had the crossbow that was shattered, now he reloads and shoots another bolt at you, Shazzy. That is a 6 to hit.
Does not hit, sadly.
He now takes a few steps back, trying to get further away.
Jordan, I have a question.
What?
Did we regenerate the health we lost last session, or was there a long?
No, I took it as no.
You didn't get a long rest. Anyway, he takes a few steps back and practically runs next to where the carriage was burning, and that'll be his turn. Now, one of the other soldier guys who was following this group draws a longsword and a shield and charges up to you, just getting within range to attack. As he runs up, he takes a slash at you with his sword. That's a 15 to hit. I don't know if that hits.
Yeah, that's 2 to hit.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. That does 8 slashing damage toward you. As he is now with you, and now it is your turn.
Oh, cool. Let me check on something. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Meh.
Okay, I'll cast my sniper on him.
That's the guy who just attacked you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is roll damage.
Right. Yeah, it's rolled to hit.
It's a roll. Okay, roll to hit then.
Okay. Critical fail, but Ice Knife wasn't the exact thing I was hoping for here. It's actually for the fact that when I cast a conjuration spell, I can open a portal.
Okay.
Night, meaning I can use my dream spellbook.
Yes.
So I'm going to cast this portal. It's going to be 20 feet in the opposite direction of the fight. And it's going to be right next to me, so I just kind of boop, boop. Which that'll take me 20 feet away, meaning he won't get an attack of opportunity as I just kind of start walking further.
Okay. At around this, is that your entire turn?
Just to be safe, I'm going to shift my way, using 25 to make it further away, making that 45, and then using the full 30 to turn into an alley.
Oh, dang, okay. You just disappeared from this entire group's line of sight. Everyone here. So that will be the end of combat for this. As you go into the alley, Hager and Senzo, you guys witness the aftermath of what just happened, the bonfire that's happening, the 2 people being dragged, or not really dragged, they're more or less trying to come up with improvised stretchers, as the dwarven guy that had stopped you earlier, Hager, now pulls out like a horn, a raid horn, and starts blowing the horn.
Yeah.
To their essential location. Now, seeing you within light, he turns to you and he's like, "Look, I don't know who you are, but you need to get out of here before everyone else gets here."
Okay.
Right?
Why you followed us from the beginning?
I was curious about the explosion.
About explosion.
Not every day you hear a loud bang in the middle of a street.
You were there before the bang. As he turns from you after saying that and kind of heads into like this grouping of people trying to rush to aid these other two. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Sort of head off. He told us to get out, so I'm gonna sort of go.
I walk the opposite direction of her.
Uh-oh. I can't get this off.
Oh no, he's trying to get off.
I'm trying to fix
Yo,
my
what?
You heard him, he can't get off.
I was trying to fix my laptop. Anyway, so you guys take off in opposite directions. The party is now completely split up. What are you guys gonna do? Shazith, anything you're gonna do?
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Well, since it is that, goodness.
Didn't have to say that. Could have just said BRB, but okay.
Okay, happens. I'm gonna keep shifting alley to alley. Further away from where the horn was blown. Because that's definitely them trying to summon more guards.
Yeah.
I believe to myself I have taken out the person I've come here to take out.
Mm-hmm. In your heart, you believe it?
In the heart, I believe it. In his smoldering corpse, I believe it.
I didn't say the corpse was smoldering.
I believe it. I mean, you said the other person was extremely burnt.
That's because you hit them directly with it.
Well, yeah, and the blast sent him flying because he was also close to the carriage.
Yeah.
Exactly. Scoldering. I have to turn that music down.
As you wade your way through these alleyways, you get further and further away, back toward the part of the city in which you had stayed at before, like the inn and everything.
Oh no, I'm heading closer to the dock.
Okay, so you get closer to the dock. You see responses to this alert, this alarm going off throughout the city as multiple large groups of guards and citizenry are going to the scene.
Mm.
And they're just fanning out in like patrols and such.
Yeah.
I would say roll a stealth to see.
Let's see. Oh. Hey, one of my first good rolls. 25.
Okay,
Hey, I'm back.
You successfully get your way, like you make your way through all the alleyways without anyone ever noticing that you're skulking around in the shadows. You make your way all the way back to the docks. Hager, as you're practically just walking out in the open, you see a lot of response from the guards and the citizenry as well.
Mm-hmm.
The actual city guard this time that are fully armored, they're rushing toward this attack. Let's see here.
Yeah. Hager's just gonna stroll on through.
Alrighty, so no one takes note of you. No one looks. No one bats an eye. They just continue going toward the scene, as it is still it's still dark outside. It's still night.
Yeah.
A lot of these people aren't paying attention. They're just trying to go in the direction of where this alarm is being sounded. Is there a specific location that you're going to?
Is there a specific location? Well, if I know Shazif, he's going to be hiding. So I'm just going to look at the best hiding places that I could probably think of as a -1 intelligence person.
That barrel.
Yeah, I'm going to go check the barrel.
Quickly, roll perception. You make your way all the way back to the barrel that was out behind the inn, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And you you check it, and your friend Shazith is not there.
Strange. Dang. I know. Now he's going to check his own hiding spot.
As you head in the same direction that you walked before, back toward where the like the sort of little beach area was. I'm guessing the place that you hid before whenever you're being chased. You make your way back.
Yeah, I jumped off the docks to get to it.
Yeah.
You successfully duck into a good amount of the alleys and such, going back. No one really pays mind, as a good amount of the city is on high alert now.
Yeah.
As you're passing by, roll a quick perception for me there, Hager.
Hager is quick, yes.
Betty.
As you're passing through the alleyways and like down the different, I guess, back road type deals where like you're going into smaller areas, you hear like a group of not peasants but lowlifes basically talking about how you specifically only hear the word council member as you pass by, and they're whispering. As you eventually make it back to this area in the docks. By the time you get back there, actually, let's get to Sinza first. Sinza, what are you doing exactly?
I'm gonna sort of just, meander away, sort of, just get away from the general area where that happened. Sort of wonder about a bit.
Okay, so as you walk away from this scene, let's see here. Oh, fuck. Big funny. As you're walking, away from this scene, you see a familiar set of armor, a set of plated armor, walking directly at you as you're walking down this roadway.
Perfection.
There's a guard. It's the same soldier guard that was pursuing you in the street yesterday.
Can I attempt to hide?
He already sees you, but you can go for it. He's already walking directly, like you were walking down the road and he was walking the same, like the opposite direction on the other side of the street, and just looked at you.
I'm gonna play it cool in that case.
He is now approaching you. Now drawing a weapon. You.
Yes?
You're under arrest.
For what?
Well, first you used magic right in front of me yesterday. You're one of the fugitives. I have little doubt that you're the one that caused this mess up ahead.
Are you sure that's me?
I'm fairly positive.
Can I try roll deception?
Go for it.
It wouldn't be deception if you tell him you weren't the one who caused this mess.
It would be persuasion.
Because you would technically be telling the truth.
Yeah, so you're not lying here.
Bacon. 14.
Okay, so if you didn't cause this mess, you're still liable for what happened yesterday. I am still
Why is
under orders to
magic
bring
so
you in.
bad around these parts?
Things like this happening as he motions his weapon directly at the large blaze down the road from you. Now, you're going to come with me. As he takes a pair of shackles from around his waist, like his belt, and starts approaching you.
Can I at least give you an explanation of what happened yesterday?
I don't want to hear it. Magic is forbidden. You have a price on your head, and I'm going to claim it. So he approaches you, and he grabs one of your hands, starts to clamp it in shackles.
I'm gonna use that hand to cast Chill Touch.
Let me get rid of that really fast. That would... Okay, so... That is a range spell.
Yeah, but I'd assume that there would be a tiny bit of distance between my hand and his, chest or something.
You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. So I would say as he's approaching you, you can do that.
Okay. Nat 20.
Okay. That is nat 20. Okay, do your damage. Which is 1d8.
So he takes 16 damage. Necrotic, to be specific.
You hit him with this... Another spell. You hit a guard who's arresting you for magic with a spell. And he shivers up and kind of his chest area kind of like... You see on his armor, there's like a darkness that comes around it as it spreads out through his body. He has a hard time. He just... as he now...
I think... Hold on, let me check something.
Instead of now trying to shackle you, he's going to
Try to kill.
take his sword and thrust it directly into your chest.
I'm gonna, use... I'm gonna just sort of, as he's recoiling, say, are you sure you want to do this? What?
Yes.
Now he definitely wants to, considering you just attacked him.
Does a 13 hit?
Let me check. Nope. Just barely misses.
He goes to stab you and he misses. And now roll initiative.
Five.
Okay. He gets the first turn. Hold on. He gets the upper hand on this turn, and as he starts this turn, he yells out, "We have one over here!" And with that,
Not this again.
with that, he will take a sword slash down upon you. There's a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You take 4 slashing damage as he brings the sword down on you. It is now your turn.
I'm a sword slash right back at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That was a 21 hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Hope and pray, or you'd be fucked.
Let me check how much damage that does.
Nice.
8. Damn, 8 slashing damage.
Much gold.
Okay. As you come back around with another slash, you catch him pretty much across his face. Cutting off like a small bit of his nose. As you've now, like your slash went through the part of his helmet where that wasn't covering his face and cuts off the tip of his nose practically. As he yells out in pain, 2 more guards start rushing over. Ready.
I'm gonna use my second attack to Fang Bite.
Okay.
Fucking vampire scum.
Seven, that doesn't hit.
Nope. As now he... Is there anything... Well, you can't... Okay. You have your mute
I was
movement
going to
left?
step back a tiny bit, but not enough to access range.
Okay. Is that the end of a turn?
Yeah.
As it comes back around to his turn, you see him go for another stab with his long sword. That is a 14 to hit.
Okay, he hits.
That is 6 piercing damage.
I cast Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
as a reaction. Okay, he has to make a dex saving throw.
He has to make a dex throw. Okay. Nat 2.
Okay, then he fails and he takes 2d10 fire damage as fire resource sprouts up. 11 fire damage.
As these other 2 guards are rushing up to the battle, this guy goes completely up in flames. And now, these 2...
Wait, did he die?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
These 2 who are now rushing into the fray, one of them charges at you. I'm putting them at the end of the initiative order. And attempts to tackle you. Make a strength. No, wait. Would that be strength or would that be dex?
Well, it depends on how far away he is.
Okay, so you could either choose to hold back this guy from grappling you, or you can choose to dodge out of the way. So roll either strength or dex. as this guy is charging at you to tackle you to the ground.
Hold on.
This is a good song to be playing alongside.
17.
Let's see here. Okay. They matched.
Okay, we'll reroll.
Got to reroll. Okay. Is that a 0? No. Imagine rolling a 0.
12.
Okay, so you succeed. What did you do? Did you...
I dodged.
Okay, this guy charges and like lunges at you, completely misses. This other guy comes at you with a short sword in his hand and a buckler shield. As he comes at you to slash at you. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Probably.
That will be 2 slashing damage. And with that, it is your turn.
You know, sometimes you gotta cut your losses. I'm just gonna disengage and run.
With that, the two who were fighting you, the one who stayed standing pursues you. He dashes, which doubles his speed.
Fair. Very valid.
You know what I'm gonna use?
What's that?
Spider climb to get up on a building.
Okay.
Shoot the bitch!
as now the one who had fallen on
Immediately hear that from the crowd around.
he starts like yelling at people to like pointing you out that you're running away. As you take off running, you jump up on the building, climb up the building.
This harlot using magic.
And now they are pursuing on foot on the ground. So you get to the top of the building. Or wherever you were going. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on the top of the building.
Okay.
Start running across the buildings. But at
Okay.
a certain point when I'm sure they can't see me, like when I'm sure they can't, I'm just gonna get real low so it's hard to see me, and then start backtracking.
Okay, so I need you to make athletics and acrobatics to make just to make sure that you make it across the jumps in between these buildings. I would say that you go probably across
16 on athletics and 16 on acrobatics too. So both are 16s.
Okay, you successfully jump across and not really with grace, but you're not really a person who is meant for that. You do land and stick your landings all well. You probably go down, I want to say, around 5 buildings, and as they slowly get out of eyeshot, you said you were going to start backtracking.
Like,
So
I'm gonna get real low so that they can't see me.
with that, I need you to roll stealth. Okay, back to Hager and Shazith, though. Just tell me what your stealth is whenever.
Oh boy. I got rolled new stealth. Let's go.
19.
Okay, you do that successfully. Pretty successfully.
Wow. Hager, you may go first.
Hager, as you arrive at this area in which the docks were, you see Shazith kind of... Where would you be, Shazith? Because I know that you said you were near the docks.
Yeah, I'd be more so looking for any sailors late night that are looking for some form of work, not asking too many questions. So in this kind of shadier half.
Roll perception for that.
Okay.
Hager, as you come out into the docks, you do. You see Shazith kind of wandering around, talking to people, meandering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I crit failed the perception.
You crit failed the perception.
Yep. You heard me.
You don't
You heard my words.
really find anyone to.
Well, I guess no one wants 100 gold. Sucks to suck.
They're specifically not that they are willing to take the job, but not that there are any sailors in this part of the harbor at this point right now, as it is fairly empty.
Okay.
My boy.
Oh my god.
A wild Hager appears.
Hager approaches with intent to talk.
You approach. It's not like I'm paying attention.
Yeah. No, I was trying to think about what to say. Shajif, what's happening? How you disappear?
It's a trade secret. Not really, though, but still.
I thought you were hiding in my spot. That's why I came looking.
No, I believe we've overstayed our welcome in this town, or more so I have. So I'm trying to find a way out.
That is understandable.
Hager, would you like to help me look for a way out?
Couldn't we just use our wagon?
I'm pretty sure if we tried using the wagon, it wouldn't get us very far, and who's to say they already haven't confiscated it by now? They took our wagon, Hager.
Oh,
Yo, we're stoic.
why would they do that?
It's still, like, up in the previous tavern.
Wouldn't they just assume it belonged to, Vinna?
It depends on which one, because I also had one.
Yes. Oh, this is true.
Also, you guys haven't heard or seen Venna in quite a while since all this shenanigans happened.
Vinna's Vinna. So yes, I think by boat would be the safest way out.
Have you found boat?
No, I'm having a bit of trouble, which is why I was hoping you could assist. If we find passage, we'll be set free.
That is fair. Yes.
Would you like to look for a boat with me?
Sure.
Alright, let's go look for a boat.
Are you looking for... what are you exactly looking for?
Now Hager's kind of a front. So, he's going to be the face, I'm going to be the words.
Okay.
As we're trying to talk someone into giving us passage out.
Alrighty. So, it takes you a bit. You don't really find anyone in this part of the harbor as
I'm back.
Okay. You don't have to announce when you're back, by the way.
Okay.
So whenever you essentially migrate to a different part of the harbor.
Yeah.
Over time, as you're asking, you move up to the more northern area, where the wealthier trade ships and such are at, where they're located. But as you see right now, the main dock, heavily guarded.
Yeah, no thanks.
Like the dock with all the trade cargo ships and passenger ships and such, they're all very they're like foot patrols of heavily armored and well armed guards.
Yeah, no thanks. Not interested.
Sounds fun.
There are a few small, like, raggedy-looking
That's the
sloops.
ones we want.
Yeah. There are a few of those kind of docked at the harbor, but you don't really see specific people at them.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of look like they're tied onto the dock there for the time being.
How guarded?
On these are
Yeah.
just basic tradesmen, like very, like I would just say, not really the wealthy type of merchants, but like people who are trading like fish and stuff to get by.
I got you. Alright, no one's on them.
Yeah, there's no guards really.
Oh, well, I can take a hint when I see one. Hello,
Yes.
do you know how to steer a boat?
Do I know what?
Do you know how to steer a boat?
Steer a boat?
Yes.
Yes.
You do? Would you like to steer a boat?
Might be fun.
I completely agree.
Oh,
Well, time to steal this boat. If no one's around it, there's no one we can talk to purchase passage.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Boat stealing time.
Oh shoot. Okay, so
I go. Pat pat.
Yes.
Can you keep watch?
For what?
Just like, because like I said, I think I overstayed my welcome, so some bad people may try to hurt me.
Mhm.
And I want you to make sure, like, anyone heavily armored or armored that say my name or try to, like, come up to me, I need you to protect me as a friend.
But aren't those guards?
Those are guards. They're working with the bad people, Haga.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. They're working with the shadows.
I don't know what that is.
It's an evil organization.
That does not sound good.
It's not. And they want nothing more to kill us. So keep watch, Haga, for mine and your sakes.
Okay.
As we get closer to these boats, I'm going to hop on one just to make sure there's no one on it.
as you hop onto this boat, I'm gonna say you're going for directly the first sloop.
Would that be closer or further away from the guards?
It would be. I'm thinking of the one that isn't really far, but isn't really close either.
Okay, yeah.
They're not really paying attention to you.
Yeah.
I already rolled for that.
Let's go. Yeah, I hop on it. Just boop.
As you hop on, roll perception.
Alrighty. Whoa. Yeah, okay, 12.
Okay. You hop on this boat,
Hop.
and you don't see anyone. You are now on board what looks to be a fishing sloop.
Okay.
Hager, roll perception.
Yes.
Go, Haga.
Hagger's like a Pokemon.
Yes.
10.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to catch your eye. As you look around on the top deck, Shazith,
Yeah.
it's very worn, sun bleached. There is this single fishing sloop has one sail.
Okay.
It has one mast with a sail on it.
Yeah, I
It
wanna.
doesn't even have a crow's nest or anything.
I wanna go below deck.
Okay. Below deck is very dark, but as I know that you have dark vision, roll perception.
14 again. Well, no, 14. Yep.
You okay. You step down onto the lower deck.
Mm-hmm.
There are several crates on the lower deck, kind of piled evenly on both sides.
Yeah.
There's a small bucket kind of sitting further toward the front. And as you come down the stairs, and to the right, which is toward the back of the ship, you see a small room.
Is the room have like a windowsill?
It is just an open door. There is no door there.
Okay, well, what do I see in there? What do I peer through?
You look through and you see what looks like there's a bed, the foot of a bed.
Okay.
And you see very feathery feet. Oh, not really feathery feet, but you see like feathery legs, and then the feet come down into what looks to be a bird's like talon.
Okay. Well, looks like I found the captain. So I'm just gonna knock on like the wood.
Which are you knocking on the wood, like where he's sleeping?
On the outside of the room.
Okay.
Just knock on the wood. Excuse me.
Oh yes. As he starts, like he hears a voice and he kind of like bolts up. This very weary looking, from what you know, kind of looks like an owl.
Oh god, it's Alkin.
Okay. With kind of like big, very large and droopy eyes. What are you doing on my ship?
Well, it's a bit late, and if I was looking for some passage, I'll pay handsomely. I just really need to get back home.
What? Passage?
Mm-hmm.
This is I can't go far. This is a fishing vessel.
Just take me as far as you can, then.
You don't have to cross the bottleneck, do you?
Do I?
The bottleneck is as you would know, is the the sea in between the main continent and the other continent, the area where the cities are.
Yeah, would I have to if I try to go back?
What is it?
Would I
No,
have
no,
to?
you wouldn't have to.
Okay.
Are you talking about going south?
Yeah, I'm talking about going to the one area.
Okay.
You know the one.
Yeah. No, you don't have to cross that.
Okay, no, I don't have to cross the bottleneck, don't worry.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, they'll take out 100 gold in one bag.
oh dang.
All this can be yours if you just give me passage out.
Can it wait till dawn? I have to grab a few things from the market before I can set sail.
It's really urgent. I beg of you.
What is it?
It's really urgent, I beg of you.
I will agree to giving you passage. Where exactly do you need to go?
Where do I need to go?
That's where you're needing to go.
Alright, I'll tell him where I need to go.
Specifically, let's see here. I have to actually check my area here. It's still on the main continent.
Mhm.
Let's see. I have to log into my incarnate. Just one moment. I actually have this name. I just don't have it pulled up right here.
Yeah.
Why is it doing it? You have you specifically, your character, where you're going. His ship can. You would know as the port, the port that was closest to where you recognize, the one where you know, stow away and stuff, would be the Euclid coast, the port, the Euclid coast.
I have to make it to the Euclid coast. Euclid coast. There we go.
Yes. Okay, that's several days sail from here.
That's absolutely fine.
I need time to gather some materials from the market, but you're welcome to stay upon my vessel.
Okay.
I will accept this job. Do you have any others so I can make sure I have provisions enough for everyone?
Just me.
Just you.
Just me. However, there is a man standing outside your boat. He's like looking around, kind of odd. Just be
As
careful with him.
he's scouting my ship out. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Just be careful. He's a rather strong-looking man.
What? Then there's nothing to do. If he's here to rob me, then
Oh, I don't think he's here to rob you. He's just kind of like looking at the gods.
oh,
He might want to be a godsman himself. I'm not too sure.
okay. Well, what am I to do about it?
I was just warning you in case he does decide to rob you.
Okay. Well, I have a few bedrolls in here somewhere. If you want, you can take one and lay it down somewhere on the lower deck, if you prefer.
Thank you.
Um, I'm I'm going to I'm going to start preparing, I suppose.
Good. Very good.
If anything else you need to get done, you have time. I'm going to set up the ship,
Okay.
and we'll leave practically at the break of dawn.
Yes. Do I see like where he's offering the bedrolls?
He points to like an area underneath a desk.
Yeah.
In his room, you do see the two. From at first glance, it looks like only two, but there's actually one stuffed really far back underneath the desk.
I'm going to go over, pick one up. You said it's rather dark on the below deck. So wherever the sun would peer in, I'm going to go the opposite way in case no one decides to come down here during sunlight. So I can say somewhat out of sight, or fully, depending. And that is where I will lay the bedroll and start to sleep.
Okay, so as we go back, Hager,
Mm-hmm.
anything that you're gonna do, minutes it's starting to get closer to upwards of like an hour. That's just he has been on this ship. You haven't heard anything from him.
I'm thinking. Oh, did I ever see that guy get off the boat?
No.
Okay.
You hear rustling on the lower deck, but not really rustling. You hear people walk, like someone walking around.
Mm-hmm. Well, seeing as he hasn't gotten off the boat yet, Hager's going to actually look around for a place to sit down.
You wander over to just a few crates. Strong, sturdy looking crates. And you can sit down.
Yeah.
And with that, as we continue going into the very late hours of the night, I'm going to say this will be the intermission. So, yeah, halfway.
Clap, clap.
Clap, 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 clap. Okay, we're back.
Sync it up.
Picking up directly with Sinza, as you are making your way to back to the scene as you're backtracking. I think you rolled stealth for that already, so I'm not going to make you do that. Alrighty. So, you see upon making your way back to what was going on, these people carrying the charred remains of the guard that you had set ablaze. The one fused to his armor and such, carrying him away. They're kind of trying to clean up the mess. They've pretty much doused the flames that were in the middle of the street. They are carrying the half burnt to a crisp remains of a woman that looks sort of like the woman is has very elven features, but grayish skin. So, and you do see them carry off another few individuals the other direction. One of them being in a little courtyard off to the side of the street. So, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna sort of start along my way, just sort of, continue going across the rooftop, try to get out of the general area where that happened.
I thought you said you came down and backtracked to the area.
I said, oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
did say I came down. I'm kind of dumb.
Yeah, you're back in the alleyway looking out at the situation.
Alright. I'm gonna sort of continue walking. Just sort of try to get out of the area.
Okay. Let's see here. This time, as you're walking, you go unhindered. You eventually come to I would say, another dark little getaway, it's like an alleyway, but it comes to an eventual dead end. It's very dark. That's the furthest you can. That's the furthest house, this furthest building to hide in on this side of the city. You practically get to where the wall meets the city. As you can see the torches of multiple soldiers passing over above the upper walkway, looking down into the streets and out into the outskirts of the city. Are you doing anything specific?
I'm gonna sort of, try to hide away for a bit until it looks clear to move again.
Okay. About an hour passes. Everything seems to have died down up on the rooftops and such. You do see a patrol pass by while you're waiting, but other than that, nothing really. After, as it comes to this time, the city kind of goes quiet for a bit once again. Now, I would say you have a chance to move or do whatever.
You know, at this point, I think it's best to get out of the city. I'm gonna spider climb the wall and get out of the city.
Okay. I would say you get up to the upper walkway. I need you to roll stealth for that, if you're going to go stealth.
Nat 20 on stealth.
Dang. Okay, yeah. You're able to climb up on the upper walkway without any type of hindrance, and you're able to crawl out of, like, practically crawl back down the outer wall and get out of the city. And with that, and you running your own direction, is there anything specific you'd like to do, or are you just getting as far away from the city as possible?
I'm gonna try to, find my own way to go about.
Okay. You successfully have left the city completely. You leave the limits. You eventually come to a wooded area. I'm going to say you have to pass through that to continue. You kind of follow. You eventually go into the more hidden areas, I suppose. And I would say now you're free on your journey onward, as it goes back to Hager. And what would you like to do, Hager?
At this point, how long has it been since Shazif has decided to jump into that boat?
It's well, we're picking right up where we left off with you. Only an hour passed. Okay, so what happened with Senza was she just left the city around the same time that you guys had just come to the boat and found it.
Oh, so that guy still hasn't left the boat?
No, you still hear footsteps on the lower deck, but you haven't seen anyone move from the boat, and so. My Discord's bugging. Hold on. Okay. Yeah.
Well, seeing as it's been a while since I've done this, and it's been a while, Hager's basically been on the run the whole time anyways. Hager's gonna go dunk into one of the alleys and start peeing.
Okay. Okay.
After that, since it's taking Shazif a while, and he hears moving around on the boat, that must mean that he's doing something on there. So I'm gonna walk around the dock. I'm not gonna approach any of the guards, but I'm gonna look around.
Okay, so you continue walking these very low activity parts of the docks. None of the guards have really approached you yet. Most of them are staying what you could. Well, they're staying where they were standing when you guys had come up. They're every now and then shifting positions. Certain ones are relieving the others of their duties and such. And you would continue doing this as neither Shazith nor anyone else really comes to speak with you or anything like that.
Now, Hager may be an idiot, but he's not a fool.
Yeah.
And while he does understand that there's steps on the boat, that doesn't necessarily mean it's Shazif's. Now, going forward with this, my logic of thinking is, frankly, I've been abandoned. Not being the first time it's happened, he's not surprised.
Hager trauma dump this guy.
Trauma dump on him.
So, Hager is gonna hop on the boat.
Nice.
You walk over, you approach the boat, you hop over on it. You hear from the lower deck, Shazith, are you sound asleep or are you... I would have you roll perception for this.
No, you sound asleep.
Okay, you're sound asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wake up at all?
Nope.
You would hear, as you hop onto the boat, Who goes there? I don't remember the voice I did for this guy.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yes, it is I. Excuse me. Pardon my intrusion, but I am looking for someone who came by the docks earlier. Do you know if you saw them?
And who would that be?
My name is
Lord Mayor.
My name is Cardwin.
Your name is what?
Cardwin. And I am looking for a man who I was with about an hour ago.
Huh. Well, I haven't really been awake that long. I haven't seen anyone.
Crap. What's that thing you can roll to see if someone's lying?
Insight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have to roll deception.
Roll d20 plus 4.
Yep.
15.
This guy's lying through his beak.
Not the beak.
he has an obvious tell about him that, like, you're asking these questions and he's like scratching the back of his neck whenever you can tell he's not being fully truthful with you.
Hager sighs, I can tell that you are not being truthful.
What? No. Okay. Well, I've only seen one person this entire night, and he pointed you out to me, but I didn't really want confrontation.
That is fair. I also do not like that sometimes.
Sometimes.
Is this man about, Does he have dark hair and particularly scaly skin? And
Yes.
hold on, just a moment. Back. Okay, so we had a little technical issue there. Sorry about that, everyone. Those of you who are watching. So
They're like two people.
Yeah. Welcome back.
yeah, basically what just happened is Hager hopped onto the boat, had a talk with the owl man, and he admitted that he was lying and that Shazith is indeed asleep underneath the deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we left off. So Hager, what shall you do?
Was I'm trying to remember what I was going to say a minute ago before you went.
Yes, whenever I stopped
Yeah.
being whenever I did.
Yes, that is his description.
No, don't exit onto that.
And you say he is sleeping downstairs.
Indeed.
Fucking liar.
No, he is very much sleeping. I'm telling you the truth.
No, not you. Him.
I bet.
Do you have some sort of issue with him?
Yes. And by the fact that you said he pointed me out, I feel he was planning to ditch me. In this town here. Yes. Well, since he felt so inclined, I don't care how much money he gave you, Birdman, though I will give you a tip. The man you are carrying is a wanted man.
He kind of recoils back a bit. A wanted man?
Yes.
Is he one of the
3.
people that I've heard have been attacking this place?
Yes.
I see.
In fact, he was the one behind the most recent attack as well.
The one yesterday or earlier today? Oh, I don't know what time it is.
He doesn't know the newest one.
There is, from what I've heard, a decent reward on his head. You can keep the bribe money. I don't care, but turn him in. I stay as I turn and hop off the boat.
Okay. Okay. He turns and kind of walks back down below deck. And Hager, you are left to do whatever you like for the moment.
Hager's gonna go look for a place to drink and to organize his head.
Okay. With that being said, all of you have now gone onto separate paths from each other. Hager, as you walk back to this drinking place, completely inconspicuous, no one is really looking your way. You're a really tall elven man, of course, carrying a huge greatsword on your back, feeling the weight of betrayal, losing everyone that you were once associated with, and not really knowing where to go the confines of this city. You walk to the nearest alehouse, nearest bar. Whatever you just want to order alcohol and drink it all the way for the time being?
Hager orders alcohol, yes.
Okay. I would say that you give them the appropriate amount of gold. At this alehouse specifically, it is just 5 silver pieces for a mug of ale. Or half a gold, whatever you have. You give them the appropriate amount of gold. And you continue along your way. Over time, as time passes, as the night turns into day, you eventually. What is something that you would do? Would you choose to leave the city, or are you going to stay here? You're going to continue your adventures into this world?
Hager is not going to stay in the city.
Okay.
This is an unknown place that has been nothing but hostile since the day he's arrived.
So.
However, before he goes, he will be seeking a companion that he arrived with, though he hasn't talked to since, Vinna.
Okay. I'm going to say within the city, you search for probably a day or two. You do find Vinna in another inn. He agrees to come along with Hager, accompanied by another very, let's say, a very outspoken and excitable bard, who you remember was the one you showed the horse trick to. Accompanied by these two, you set out into the continent of Zadis for the future, not knowing what lies ahead, just knowing that most of your party that you have been traveling with since meeting them has either gone their own way, been captured, or possibly been killed. After a few weeks of going about the land, you found yourself traveling further north, above Mercera, to the north of Mercera, I should say, looking for what you had originally set out for. Knowing that in the original town where you traveled to with this party, in Varanus, you were given a rip-off of sorts because of the god Aegon. Whenever he had spoken to you as that dwarven man, you find yourself in the town of Baldrick's Bluff, which is in western Grinnon. Another town on the shoreline of Othean's Eye, where one night you eventually succumb to sleep, and you're greeted by a rather odd dream. In this dream, you see the likeness of a very tall man, very long blonde hair. It's parted on one side to show a singular, what looks to be goat horn sticking out of his forehead as it twirls back into his hair. This man having 4 arms and 2 protruding lower teeth, kind of like lower canines. What seems to be what looks like an orc, but he is very human. Approaches you. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. Don't worry. Story's not done. You're going to find them again. For now, I'm going to give you this as my blessing. And this man takes... he's much taller than you. He takes a large... how do I say this? A large two-sided battle axe off of his back, and he raises it to the sky, and lightning strikes this bladed axe. It imbues with a massive amount of electricity arcing and such from it. He hands it to you.
Haggard.
What is it? Go on.
Haggard accepts it.
Hey, what?
Haggard accepts it, but is confused.
He hands it to you. There are some dark forces at play in this world right now. Now, things are going to change for a lot worse. But I can assure you, you're going to be alright. He pats your shoulder and turns away from you.
Wait. Haggard wants to know who you are.
No. Well, as he starts walking toward you again. I'm sure you've heard of me. I'm the Moon.
The moon?
The Moon. Vimun. I am the god of war. And justice.
But why have you come to speak to Haggard?
Because out of all that I've seen you go through, the people that you were with, all the struggles that you went through, you're the only one who remained true and strong. And from what I can tell, you did what was right. Now, I see you as the only person who can carry this world. That you're the only person who can carry these people through what's about to happen. Both my sister and my brother, Aegon and Crometia, are plotting some dark and evil things. And I only want you to be ready. So, I'm giving you my blessing here. And I would tell you that what you seek lies in the north.
How far north?
When you get to where it is snowing, continue walking until it is snowing more. There's a mountain that seems to never end. Under this mountain, there is a great defender, one of whom you will seek. You will speak to him, and when the time is right, he will aid you in defending this entire plane's existence. As of now, you're the only person that is worthy enough to continue this cause.
I see. Why is it that the other two seek to cause trouble?
Well, they both want to merge their planes with the plane that I and my father created.
That being my plane?
Yes. This planet, all of the planet of Venturos, is inside of one plane. The stars, the moon, the sun, everything you see in existence is within the plane. Now, they tend to want more and more, so they're trying to absorb all that we've created and gain all the power from it. Granted, they are both at odds with each other, but both of them have a champion in this world willing to sacrifice it all to pull this plane into their very own realm. Either eternal darkness or eternal chaos. We have to stop them.
That sounds bad.
This mission has only been given to one person before, and they managed to do it, and I know that you can. You, personally, I see as the next Vegari de Vos. Now, I know you haven't heard of him. He was my champion in the Great War with the Orcs. I now name you my champion in the Great War, in this coming war, rather.
So much.
Don't worry. You're going to have plenty of people to help you. I see far into the future, friend. Plus, I'm the god of war.
But thank you.
Now, I will allow you to go back to your two traveling companions here. And I will say that you have someone else waiting on you on the road ahead. But for now, just mull it over. Think about... you'll find your way. I shouldn't give you too much.
I see.
As he starts walking away and sort of disappears into this... From what you can tell, this escape of... It's not really... He disappears and you're in like a scene of like... Now that you have taken your focus off of this guy, you're in this large hall of weapons and statues and heroes. and you see the light kind of get brighter and brighter around you
Mhm.
as you come to in that morning. It is now the time for you to cement your place in history. And with that, I will personally leave off this session.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, but we don't have to friends though.